Носки у меня not matching socks.
Да, ты носки, кстати,
Не, но у меня разные носки. Ты на меня уже, наверное, кричал. Я помню,
Ну,
3 года назад.
no, they don't have yellow at the end.
Я еще
so
не
they're
выучил.
not-
Close enough. I'll be like this so they look the same. Eat a hearty breakfast. Do whatever you do in the morning for an hour or two, and then go to your first training session. And usually if you're training twice a day, then the first session would have, for me, some lighter weights and more repetitions, where it lasts maybe an hour and a half. Stretch a good amount afterwards, go eat right away, then take a nap, if you can, and just rest up until the second session, which is going to be a couple hours, maybe 3, 4, 5 hours later, and go back to the same thing, working on different exercises, but another hour and a half of work, stretch out, go eat, and restart the day. Just to gain strength, I would go to the local gym and lift weights, and one of the things that I learned how to do was power cleans. And some guy comes up to me, seeing that I can do power cleans, and asks me if I wanted some coaching in weightlifting. And he offered just to coach me because he liked to coach weightlifting. And I agreed. We started weightlifting together, and I got addicted. Been doing it ever since. Lifting became my life. I started to train hard. I had goals. I positioned my day, I scheduled my day around my training. I did as much as I could to improve in weightlifting. I went out of my way to learn more, to get more athletic, to get stronger, to meet the right people so that I understand what I'm doing. I would recommend weightlifting to almost everyone that can move, everyone that's healthy enough to do any sport would benefit from and would most likely like the sport a lot. The everyday training probably looks monotonous to most people, just going to a gym and just lifting weights up and down. But for everyone that's tried it, everyone that's in the sport, it doesn't feel that way. It's every day is a new challenge. You keep pushing your limits. You keep trying to get better than where you were before. Or just enjoy the training itself without any goals of specific weights to lift, with just the goal to continue moving and doing something that feels good, that makes you stronger, that makes you healthier, makes you part of a good community. Weightlifting is not a dangerous sport. It's a sport where you can get injured just like any other sport, but it's under the control of the person that's on the platform. No one else is on the platform. The person is alone with a barbell, and the coach who decides what the athlete should lift. It does have a lot of health benefits. All sorts of, every exercise, every type of exercise has its own health benefits, but specifically weightlifting has some that most other sports don't. The first thing you do if you want to start weightlifting is find a good coach. Don't teach yourself from online manuals or YouTube videos, because you can't at first see what's right and what's wrong in the sport, what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. You can only feel it, what you're doing, and see what others are doing. And most of the time that leads to bad technique, bad habits, sometimes injury, but usually just lack of growth. If you can find a coach right away, that would benefit you the most. You would get a good base for understanding how you're supposed to train for weightlifting. You'll have good technique, you'll understand programming. And even if you want to train, if you do want to train in the future without a coach, you'd be able to if you started with a coach. And when going in, find a group of people that you want to spend time with at a local gym, and start lifting in the local gym a couple times a week. And if you want to do it more, then you're going to start to, you're going to want to make yourself a bigger part. You're going to want to make the community a bigger part of your life. You're going to want to compete. You're going to want to get better. You're going to want all of these things.
Scene 12, elephant. Is weightlifting dangerous?
Weightlifting. You threw me off.
I'm so sorry, that was not intentional.